me, go.
My name's Rod Yarrington. I'm a dairy farmer here at Dolly's Flat, just outside of Wingham in New South Wales.
My husband's a sixth-generational dairy farmer, and our children are the seventh generation on this land.
Farming's not an easy job, but we enjoy what we do. A typical day for us is probably up at 4 in the morning, and we wouldn't be back at the house to finish our day before 6:30, 7 at night. So that'll bring us up to like an 80-hour week, no trouble at all.
Our costs skyrocket in the drought. So 18 months ago we were paying $300 a tonne for grain. We're currently paying $600 a tonne for grain. We've had to buy in some hay to feed our cows because we just don't have the grass to keep them going. So the load of hay that we got last week cost us almost $17,000, and that will last us a month. The Farm Household Allowance was a payment that the government decided to put in place to help out struggling farmers. Essentially an income support payment to help farmers put food on their table to feed their families.
Updated fat and protein since we started on that hay.
And we're told that it was a payment that we were eligible for, and it would be something that would help us greatly. So our time is almost up. We've had about 3.5 years on the payment.
We've got to support you in the drought, but if your place is just not viable, then...
I came across Barnaby's comments about the Farm Household Allowance off a Facebook post, I think, and initially I was pretty upset by it.
We don't want to keep people in perpetual poverty, and if people have not made a profit in the last 10 years, then really you've got to seriously think, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing on the land?
There's some years that we don't turn a profit. My ancestors come on this land back in the 1850s and they've been through depressions and droughts and floods. Obviously they wouldn't have made it turn a profit every year. Did they walk away from the land? No, they didn't. And I don't intend to walk away from the land either.
What I did say that in any business, if you have not made a profit in the last 10 years, logically you have to consider what you're doing, whether that's a fish and chip shop, whether that's a hairdresser, whether it's a mechanic, and whether it's a farmer.
Like any industry, there's possibly, the bottom 10% that aren't striving or, achieving great things within their farm business, and the government is probably propping them up at the moment. However, I don't think that it's Barnaby's place to tell those people that their business isn't viable and that they should walk away and off the land. I don't need somebody sitting in an office telling me that my business isn't viable and that I should pack up and walk away. And I don't need somebody questioning my place on the land or if I deserve to be here or if I should be here for that matter. I'm raising 4 amazing human beings on the land that appreciate and love this land as much as what we do. Sorry. We see that we're the custodians of the land for this generation. We're borrowing this land from our children.
It's a hard thing, drought. Everybody's angry, everybody's unhappy. And there are so many people who don't get access to Farm Household Allowance because they've gone back shearing, they've gone back to contract fencing, they've gone back and got a job as a mechanic. And these people also contact me and they say, listen mate, I don't get Farm Household Allowance.
Some of the things I can sort of see where he's coming from, but then other points that he's made are pretty hurtful when we're in a drought condition. We're lucky here on our farm that we're not struggling as bad as some over the ranges. For him to say stuff like that, he doesn't know what people's mental health state is.
If you have just an open-ended arrangement of access to money, then it's going to call into question the free trade agreements which we have signed, which says that we don't have subsidies in Australia. We have payments to assist in areas such as drought. I get that. If there's more we can do, let's look at it. But we can't just have an open-ended arrangement.
If the government made sure that people valued their food and where their food came from and people paid the correct price for homegrown Australian, amazing, high-quality produce, farmers wouldn't need financial assistance from the government.
He's going good, look at him go.
I know. Farming is certainly not just about making money or making a profit, and I think that's perhaps where Barnaby has got his priorities wrong. Farming is far more than that. It's about our heart and our soul.
And I think it's good for kids to have farm life, have a love of the outdoors, the love of nature, and they see all that here.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.